In the blink of an eye, a single spider can multiply into 100. Spiders dwell within our surroundings, lurking in the most surprising places, and some can even devour small animals. All of this is captured in this video. In this episode, I'll present some of the most terrifying and thrilling encounters with spiders that are sure to send shivers down your spine. If you have a fear of spiders, you might want to skip this video, as it's bound to be quite unsettling. Surprise! Spiders can hide in a range of places, such as their burrows, the dark corners of rooms, on the ceiling, in the walls, and even in human ears. It may seem quite creepy, but finding spiders in ears is not an isolated incident. In Vietnam, in 2019, doctors removed a live spider from a patient's ear who had been experiencing ear pain. Similarly, in 2020, doctors in China's Sichuan province extracted a spider from the ear of a retiree, which had been living in her ear for a week and even managed to weave a web. This can be an unsettling phobia to add to the list. Wall. Perhaps you're convinced that there are no spiders in your house. Well, then take a look at this video. The cameraman slowly backs away, filming a wall with several dozen arthropods sitting on it. It looks very creepy. Next, the cameraman throws an object at the wall, and the spiders immediately scatter, leaving a blank wall. You wouldn't say there was an invasion of spiders here a few seconds ago. Who knows, maybe while you're not home, you've got a bunch of nasty arthropods roaming your walls too. Here's another wall, but outside. What you see in the first shots is not a furry animal stuck in a hole, but the cameraman didn't know that. Trying to figure out what it was, the cameraman touched the fluffy thing with a stick. To the shock and surprise of the cameraman, dozens and hundreds of spiders spill out of this fur in just a few seconds. These spiders scatter in different directions, and the cameraman filmed a truly sinister material worthy of a good horror movie. Fight with a giant. Imagine coming home tired after work or school, going into the kitchen, and seeing a long-legged monster occupying the space. It can be a creepy and disgusting sight, enough to make your tiredness vanish as if by magic. However, you need to conquer your fears and get rid of it. That's exactly what this person did when they saw a spider in their friend's house. The spider was not going to give up without a fight. It dodged as best it could and even managed to hide in the closet, making it difficult to find. But the person persisted and searched for the spider until they finally managed to neutralize it. The fight with the giant spider was successfully ended. Mother. And here's another video of a mother spider. Nothing unusual or creepy happens at first. The large spider just sits on the cameraman's arm. It's a little creepy and unpleasant, but so far it's bearable. Where are the babies? Maybe it's waiting for them to come back from their walk. Note that they are, right on its back. As soon as the spiders start moving, it gets uncomfortable. You could put this footage in a horror movie. How does the cameraman have the courage to not let go of this tangle of hell? Hundreds and thousands. If you come across a spider in your house, try to cover it with something like a jar or a box. After that, take the spider outside or release it far from your home. Killing the spider is not a good idea, as it may lead to an infestation. You may end up with dozens or even hundreds of spiders in your house, which could be a creepy sight and make you feel uncomfortable. In a video, the author was unlucky and killed a pregnant female spider. As a result, her healthy and active offspring scattered around the house, making it seem like they now owned the place. Trip. What can ruin a car trip? Bad roads, a flat tire, gas that runs out, as bad luck would have it, and what about a hitchhiker like this? This huge spider sowed unbelievable confusion among the car's passengers. Even when it was just sitting on the side near the windows, they were scared, but when the monster crawled across the roof, the passengers began to scream in terror. The video ends at the most interesting point. It seems that at the end of the video, the spider fell down into the cabin. How did the video end? What do you think? Restroom. Living in an area where spiders are common can be quite stressful, as they can appear anywhere, even in the bathroom. Australians, in particular, are accustomed to this and often perform a pre-flush before using the restroom. The reason being, no one knows what kind of spiders may be lurking behind the rim, some of which can be venomous and dangerous, so it's always better to be cautious. Victim. Let's digress from the mother spiders and look at what spiders can do in action. In this footage, we see a giant spider the size of a plate. According to the cameraman, it was up to 30 centimeters. Would it really attack and devour the cameraman like some kind of monster? No, it wouldn't do that, but the unlucky one was the possum that was nearby. In fact, the spider kept it from the very beginning. The spider didn't let go of its prey until the last moment. The possum apparently immediately resigned itself to its fate, although at first tried to resist sluggishly. Soon, the beast stopped showing signs of life. The spider got an excellent meal. By the way, a bird-eating spider was captured on video. These arthropods usually eat insects and smaller spiders, but sometimes dine on rodents, birds, and fish. Marsupials, as you can see, are also in their diet. By the way, among other things, these spiders are also venomous. All in all, they're real killing machines. Precipitation. To find spiders, you have to put your head down and look down because usually they're somewhere below, but sometimes you have to lift your eyes to see a spider or even many spiders. A few years ago, people in the Brazilian state of Minas Gerais were truly horrified when they saw spider-like precipitation. This particular video was taken by a local resident who was driving to his relative's farm when he saw many black dots in the sky. The man froze in amazement. It's not every day you see such an invasion of arthropods, but it's not exactly raining spiders, although it seems that spiders fly down from above. In fact, they're on a giant thin web, which is almost invisible to the naked eye. If you look closely, however, you can see how the spiders move through their spherical web. All in all, it's not that bad. Besides, these spiders are harmless to humans, but the sight doesn't become less creepy because of this. So, you've seen spooky spider moments and learned that these arthropods can crawl into your ears, hide in the most unexpected places, and even move across the sky on thin webs. But what else can they do? And what other interesting things can be told about them? Stay tuned to find out next. Next, I'll share a few facts about spiders that will surprise you. 1. There is not a single country on Earth that does not have spiders. Most different species of spiders live in South and Central America. There are also many of them in Southeast Asia and Australia. However, on other continents, there are also enough of them, but there are no spiders in Antarctica. So, if you're an arachnophobe, the South Pole is the only place where you can breathe easy. 2. You've all torn cobwebs at least once, haven't you? It tears quite quickly, but not all spider species weave flimsy webs. For example, Darwin's bark spider makes the strongest web in the world. The species of spiders have about 10 times stronger webs than Kevlar, which is used to make armored vests and protective equipment. 3. Despite the fact that many people are afraid of spiders and wish they didn't exist, spiders themselves are very useful for people in the ecosystem as a whole. They exterminate a large number of insects, including dangerous ones such as mosquitoes, which carry dangerous diseases in tropical countries. 4. Everyone knows that the female mantis can eat the male mantis after mating, right? It doesn't just happen in the case of these green insects. Spiders are also cannibalistic. Sometimes it happens that the female eats the male after mating. Moreover, in some species, young spiders hatch from eggs and eat their own mother, and some spiders eat their congeners without a good reason, just for fun. 5. Statistically, about 95 to 99% of spiders are safe and not venomous, so they can only scare you. But venomous spiders should not be forgotten. Their venom is special. For example, the venom of some spider species has an effect only on humans and other primates, and for other mammals, it's not a threat. Among such spiders is the Sydney funnelweb spider. Bad news considering that it's one of the most dangerous spiders in the world. 6. By the way, as for the venomous arthropods, there are small venomous spiders in China that are dangerous for people. There are especially many of them in rural areas. Local inhabitants fight against them in an interesting way. They keep in their houses other spiders that are harmless for people and feed mainly on their small venomous congeners. 7. Paleontologists know a huge number of extinct animals, but spiders are amazingly good at adapting to changing conditions. Most spiders have been able to survive all the global extinction events that have occurred on Earth. Scientists have only discovered around 1,000 extinct spider species. This means that many of the spiders that exist today look very similar to those that lived millions of years ago. That's all for now. What did you find most interesting from this video? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you later.